thầy sao chắc.
Master.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our Great Compassion Repentance, month-end Great Compassion Repentance. Thank you very much for coming on this Thanksgiving weekend as well. It's a very special weekend because it kind of reminds me personally that I should be more grateful. I should not take you for granted, and therefore I should be kinder and less violent. Okay? What I mean is that I'm so grateful to so many of you who have been with me. Some have been like 20 years, some are more recent, but it is so wonderful to be able to cultivate together here in our community. In particular, of course, we need to be grateful to so many people who made it possible, such as Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, such as my late teacher, Great Master YongHua, to who I am eternally grateful for this opportunity, for changing my life, turning my life around, and also the many sacrifices from so many of you who've been doing it for so long in order for us to cultivate together, for me to teach and train people. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. In fact, I'm also grateful for some of my disciples who have been following me to this world here to establish this assembly, this community, so that we can help those who have a condition with us to join in and experience what it's like to get a flavor, what it's like to practice in the Pure Land. This is how it works. In the Pure Land, you have this great assembly that practices together where the people with high kung fu, like the bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, practice amongst the low-level people. And that's how it works. And that's why it is such a wonderful community over there. And that's why we're trying to replicate here in the Saha world. So thank you for that. Okay? And there's so many dharmas here that we've been practicing. As I was reciting this morning, this Great Compassion Repentance text, I noticed one thing. There's something that it caught my mind again, because when I first started, it did cross my mind, but I dropped it because I didn't have the answer for it. Question I had was that the text says, eternally dwelling triple jewel, eternally dwelling Buddha, eternally dwelling Sangha, eternally dwelling Dharma. Okay? So, then why is there a Dharma ending age where the Dharma would disappear? Why is Shakyamuni Buddha no longer with us? That's a question. What do you think? Why? Why? Why is it called eternally dwelling, triple jewel? Yes, 4.
Emitofuo Master. So we're in the Saha world. Maybe it's the Dharma ending age, but elsewhere it's still Dharma.
Whoa, very creative. It's not here, but it's elsewhere. You buy that answer? He says like, excuse me, I may not be here because I'm busy being somewhere else. Thank you very much. Yes, Way Mountain. Why is it called eternally dwelling?
Well, the Dharma is always there. Maybe we just don't see it sometimes. So that's why the Dharma ending age is people aren't aware of the Dharma even though it's always there.
It's always there, you just don't have access to it. They're not aware of it. Yeah? Yes, Way Mountain.
Master, I think even the part of Shakya Muni Buddha enter Nirvana say that, but then it's also part of the Dharma because the being in this period of time is difficult to cultivate, so that he disappear to make them to be thirsty for the Dharma so they can practice again in the future.
Or he could be on vacation, you think? I mean, he's been working very hard, say, hey, I need vacation time. Is that possible? Yes, absolutely. It's eternal dwelling because that's what he says. The Dharma is always there. The Buddha is always there. Even though Shakyamuni Buddha had died, he passed away, but he's still here. He never abandoned us. Same thing, the Sangha. The Sangha is also everywhere. Okay? But why can't we see them? Why can't we see the Buddha? Why can't we see the Sangha? Why can't we encounter the Dharma if it's always there? It's because of our karmic obstructions. It's there, but you can't see it. Okay? You can't have access to it. You can't hear about it. Okay? Numbers might different, but you hear of the fact that when Buddha was in the world, in the capital city of Vaishali, he was there. He's very famous. And all the kings and queens and the officials were listening, would come and pay visits to him, pay homages to him. But it turns out in that city a humongous city, I heard about 1/3 of the people got to see the Buddha. 2/3, could not see the Buddha. Another 1/3 heard of the Buddha, but don't get to see the Buddha. And the final 1/3 could not hear, could not see the Buddha at all. Why? It's because the karmic obstructions are so heavy that they cannot see it. It's not that the Buddha is not willing to help them, willing to teach them. The Buddha looks the same way towards everyone, treats everyone the same way. It's just that our karmic obstructions are so heavy that we can't take advantage of it. We can't benefit from the teachings. We cannot benefit from the help. Okay? It's our fault that we did evil deeds in the past. Some are very severe That's what prevents us from being able to benefit from the Sangha. It's not that the Sangha is not willing to help. Please understand that. The compassion for the Sangha, compassion for the Buddha, they are infinite. It's no discrimination. Believe me. It's just that we reject it. One of the things that causes you to disconnect from the compassion, from the health, from the wisdom, from the triple jewel is what? That's a manifestation of your karmic obstructions. What is it? How does it show? The karmic obstructions. Yes, sir, too.
Are ignorance and wrong views?
Ignorance, wrong views, yeah. And one thing, even those of you who heard of the Buddha, heard of the Sangha, heard of Dharma, what happens? You come in, absolutely. But also there are lots of people who heard of Dharma, Buddha, and Sangha, especially Hinayana people. They heard of the Mahayana, but guess what happens? What's the nature of obstruction? How do their obstructions manifest? Doubt. They don't believe. They don't believe. No matter what, they don't believe. Okay? So that's how your karmic obstructions manifest themselves in so many different forms, okay? One of which is the doubt. Okay? You say, and I like you, I believe you, but I don't quite believe you. Okay? So this is actually the doubt there is what prevents you from opening your wisdom. Be careful. Be very, very careful. If you have doubts, if you harbor doubts in your mind, you will cut yourself off from your own wisdom. Buddha has wisdom, Bodhisattva has wisdom, and that are not affected by your believing them or not. When you have doubts, and so remember this, when you have doubts, when you doubt the Mahasattva, when you doubt the Mahayana teachings, okay, you're hurting yourself. That's the nature of your karmic obstructions. Rearing its ugly head. Okay, and it's doubt very subtle. It's like polite and say, "Oh yes, master, hello, how are you?" and so forth. But in the back of your mind, you don't believe. Okay, and case in point, I've been telling you this weekend about this Korean professor I met in Korea, my last trip here. A very, very superior professor among the professors I met. Okay. Not the brightest, but very, very, very smart, very proper, okay? And because he practiced Buddhism for 30 years, investigated Buddhism for 30 years. And so one of my disciples was allowed to record the talk for the Sangha only, okay? Because my purpose was to help train my Sangha, not you lay people. So a lot of things that happen is for Sangha's ears only. And one of the things I said is the reason is that when we're talking for about 40 minutes, when I set up the traps already, I line up my traps, I opened my mouth and said, you keep on reciting, citing this sutra, that sutra, and the Buddha this, Buddha says this, says that. I said, for your information, I know more than the Buddha. I know, I know more than the sutras. And his face is shocked. But you know, this guy is like 90 years old or 95 years old, maybe 99. So these old people, they're shocked, but they move a little bit only. But they control their emotions very well. And so he was shocked. And you know, he didn't really reveal the fact he was shocked, but then it sort of turned him off the rest of the time. Okay? And being sophisticated and being experienced, he would not show it, but he says, no, you're phony, you're fake. How dare you say you know more than sutras? Huh? Did I say sutras or Buddhas? Okay. I don't remember. I decided to shock him, okay? And he was shocked. And the guy was hurt. He did not want to talk to me anymore. So he sat for another 20 minutes before we finished our lunch, okay? And he left, okay? I don't think he'll ever come back, okay? But because I'm trying to tell him something, okay? Because that's what I saw in him. The problem he has is what? He met many Sunims, Korean monks over there, I'm sure high level and very famous monks to get instructions. And they gave him instruction how to meditate. He was getting nowhere, didn't get very far, okay? And no one could teach him Pure Land. And so he researched Pure Land on his own, didn't get very far either. And he meditated on his own. Went to practice Pure Land, reciting Buddha's name in the mountain by himself. Didn't get very far either. Couldn't get into the recitation samadhi at all. So his entire life, he's just like many of you, okay? He was disappointed that he could not find anyone to help him. He was the only one he could count on. And that's what the problem is with him. The spiritual path is not something that you can figure out with your intellect. And so for his entire life, he walks around, he saw the Sunim, saw the monks, and he says, I know more about sutras than you. Okay? I translated sutras. You cannot translate sutras like I do. Okay? And I have translated so many sutras. I understand sutras. And so I said, what did I say? I know more about sutras than something like that, huh? And he so he lived his practice with this tremendous obstruction. He doubts all the monks' explanation of sutras. Yes, too.
You were saying that Buddha cannot explain everything about everything.
You remember?
Yeah.
I said some junk and then I forgot immediately. I wanted to shock him.
So the sutra cannot possibly contain everything. So that's why you know more than sutra. Actually, there's more. But Buddha couldn't explain everything there.
No, I did say that. I also said, I also said something along the line like I know more than sutra, Buddhas, or something along that line. I wanted to shock him, and he was shocked.
So you said sutra, but he got it as you know more than the Buddha. So he was so shocked. I was like, how come you know more than the
Buddha? But his reaction was too subdued, not direct like in U.S. They would fight me and so forth. But I failed in the sense that I only succeeded in shocking him, but failed in trying to help him. Meaning that he would walk away and say, you monks, nuns don't know as much about Buddha Dharma as I do. So he walks around not trusting the instructions or the explanations of sutras from the Sangha. And that's a huge handicap. He'll be stuck the rest of his life where he's at. Okay? So I tried. I couldn't help. Yes, go first.
Good morning, Master. Your talk a few minutes ago, I mean, what you said about doubt. Well, I have faith, but my faith kind of vacillates at times between full belief and doubt, and I think when I'm not feeling well, I tend to maybe harbor a little bit of doubt and so on. So my question is, can we ask like Guan Yin to say, please help me at this time, I'm having doubt. What do you say?
What do you say? What's the question? The last two sentences.
Is it okay to ask the Guan Yin to, when we're having doubt, to remove our doubt and help us through that that bump there, or that hindrance?
Boy, keep Guan Yin so busy. So many of you have doubts. You don't express it, but you doubt. Okay? You have doubts in your mind. Okay? So, when it comes down to doubt, and again, pay attention to this doubt here. When you doubt the Dharma, you doubt the instructions, that's because it's an obstruction for you. And the obstruction is designed to help you. They do a lot of things to you to generate doubt in your mind so that you are unable to unfold your wisdom. I'm not talking about low levels. I'm talking about even my own disciples. Even they are enlightened, and the demons would sneak in and have them generate doubt about my instructions. Okay? And they don't even realize it. It's scary, let me tell you. So that's why this doubt thing here is extremely, extremely harmful for you. Okay? You don't realize even at more advanced levels, the demons do things to make you have doubts, and you just don't realize it. It just makes so much sense to you. Everything based on facts, the facts you collected, you accrued, will make you will justify your doubting. Okay, and that's the nature of your training. So it's a real good question from Ron there. He says, how do I deal with doubt? Okay, you don't want to call Guan Yin, by the way. Okay, Guan Yin is very busy, and you call Guan Yin, say, Guan Yin Bodhisattva, I don't think Master YongHua is right. Am I correct? Okay, I have this doubt here about him. Will you help me? Remove my doubt? Guan Yin Bodhisattva will have no time to work. I have so many disciples who really have a lot of doubt about me. It's not just you. So many other disciples I have, they doubt me a lot. Okay, and so many have tremendous doubts about me. Okay, so and based on the teachings, it only says doubt will obstruct you from unfolding wisdom at the lower level. But actually, what you don't realize is that at higher levels, it also applies as well. That, as I said, at lower level is your intellect that causes doubt, like that Korean professor. But much higher level, the doubt is caused usually by the demons, and you don't realize it. They build up this doubt here over the years. They patiently build up and build you up, okay, and manipulate and mobilize the things, their retinue, so that when the time comes, when they need to, they will entrap you through doubt. Okay? So keep that in mind. Okay, so how do you get rid of the doubt? Okay, please don't ask Wan Yin for help, because she will reproach me and say, YongHua, you have to stop testing your students about these, stop administering these doubt tests to your students. They all have doubts about you, and they all are complaining to me, they're all begging me for help, okay? And then I'd be in trouble. And then Wan Yin would start scolding me, and I would not be happy, okay? She'll tell me, like I said, wrong there. He just, from your Go Forest temple, he has a lot of doubt about you, and he keeps on praying to me to help resolve his doubt. Now you make me upset. So you may resolve the doubt about me, but you'll be punished because I'm upset. Okay, so how do you resolve doubt? It takes time. Okay, the reason that I mentioned to you earlier that I have some who've been following me for a long, long time, this lifetime, and also prior lifetimes as well. And they're here to help me propagate Mahayana. And so I've tested them too. And it turns out that when they had doubts, when I administered the test of doubt to them, they get rid of the doubt very, very fast because of two things. Number one, history. If you have doubts, eventually the doubts, when you have enough blessings, the doubts will be resolved. So if you have doubts, create more blessings. Okay? Okay, you generate more blessing. You don't just say, oh, I don't believe this, so it doesn't make sense. Why don't you want to quit, but you should generate instead more blessings? Look around you. There are many people who are more advanced than you are. Many, many people. And they went through your test of doubt as well, and they survived. All right? You don't need to believe me, but you can look around you. There are plenty of people who benefited from these tests, from this training. You should too, okay? So it takes time, all right? And so over time, you will be able to resolve the doubts because your blessings will increase. Okay? And it's no way to prepare you for it, because the demons, when you get higher levels, the demons have much more subtle ways of inserting doubt in your mind. Okay? So if they're that subtle, I also need to be very subtle to dislodge it. Okay? So it's like a tug of war between us. Okay? Yeah. Don't worry. Of course, it's natural for you to have doubts at your level, okay? But eventually, it will be resolved. No fear. Just add more blessings, that's all.
Okay. Master, I just want to clarify. It's not doubt about you. It's not doubt about the Buddha. It's not doubt about the sutra, you know. What I'm talking about, I guess I wasn't specific enough in the way I stated the question. I doubt myself, you know, like I just, when I feel depressed or something like that, I just doubt myself. I said, I can't go on or something like that.
Very good. Okay.
Okay. And so I'm sorry if I said it in the wrong way, you know. I didn't mean to lead you into telling about, what you just stated right now.
Yeah.
And I have a follow-on question, if you don't mind.
No, wait. Let me answer that. And you can ask the follow-up question. When you doubt yourself, be careful. For most of you, when you doubt yourself, it's a depression attack. When you're here at the temple, there's no need to doubt yourself. Okay? Absolutely no reason for you to doubt yourself, because we have been able to help all sorts of people at different levels, at different ages, different obstructions. We figure it out, we can help. Okay, so there's no need to doubt yourself. There's no reason why you cannot improve. Let me put it that way for you. There's no reason at all. They cannot stop you. Okay? So when you doubt yourself, it's depression. Very simple. You keep on, the same thought arises that maybe you're not good enough, you're too old, it's too late for you, and so forth. Okay? You don't have enough blessings. You simply look at it and you don't do anything. You ignore it. That's all. Keep on doing it and doing it and doing it. And we keep them kind of harassing you, get up, bow, get up, go to work, do something, okay, to generate blessings. Bowing generate blessings. Continuing to meditate, continuing to recite the Buddha's name generates blessings. That's how you resolve the doubt eventually. Or go and volunteer, do something around the temple, or that will generate blessings as well. So the doubt will be resolved. Okay? So ignore it. Because there's no reason for you to doubt yourself. I don't doubt you. Why should you doubt yourself? By the way, if I think that you are no good, I make you this promise. I will tell you that I can no longer help you. Okay? And you should move on. Because you're wasting your time. I will not. I try to avoid wasting your time. Okay?
Okay.
Number 2, question.
Okay, you mentioned about Guan Yin, being very busy. So this is, for me, an ignorant question. I'm an ignorant person. So if it sounds like too simple and too stupid, you can cut me off. So with all the thousands of Mahasattvas around, why can we not ask somebody else like Manjushri or Samanta Bhadra or the Mahasattvas that are in the Great Compassionate Repentance that are mentioned in the Great Compassionate.
Very good. Another good question. Absolutely. Okay. Why can't you ask Wan Yin? If Wan Yin is too busy, can we ask someone else? Okay, another Mahasattva, Bodhisattva. Okay, that's a reasonable question. What I'm trying to teach you is that for you to unfold your wisdom, you need to endure the hardship, endure the suffering. Because if every time I make you suffer, you say, Wan Yin help me, Manjushri Bodhisattva help me, Emitofuo Buddha help me, Master Hsien help me, Master YongHua is too mean. Okay? And when you do that, then you will find out eventually that they will stop helping you. They help you initially just because they have pity for you, but then they're bored. They say, oh my God, this guy keeps on asking for help. Okay, and this YongHua is not going to change. He's going to keep on making you suffer. That will never change. If you stick around, I will make you suffer. You will endure hardship. That's the nature of the training, by the way. I make no excuses. Okay, the reason you improve, as I said this weekend, is because you passed the test. There's a test. They are given to you. Okay, and for you to pass the test, you should have to learn how. You have to figure out how to do it. Learn the proper way to pass the test instead of asking for help every single time. I just told you when I saw that professor there, I like him. I really have a lot of respect for him. So what did I decide to do? I decided to shock him. I said, I'm going to give you a test, If I shock you and you walk away, it doesn't surprise me. At least you've been doing all the time. But it will bother you. You know? It will bother you. And you will keep on the back of your mind say, I met this guy here. I really like him. I really so impressed by him. He's the first monk who can talk to me directly and was very blunt with me. Okay? So it's stuck in his mind. And eventually, maybe in 10 years, 20 years, maybe next lifetimes, he'll remember. And the next time you see me, and then he'll have a different attitude eventually. Okay? So it's a hook that unfortunately for him, he didn't have enough blessings this lifetime to benefit from it, but eventually in the future, he will benefit from it. Okay? Yeah. So you have to endure it. You have to stop asking for help. Only ask for help, the one kind of help that I have no problems for you to ask is when you need to help others. When others really need help, this is when it probably appropriate to ask for help for them. But if you keep on asking for help for yourself, then you miss out on the nature of the training. The nature of training is that I put you under stress. I make it difficult for you so that you will be able to unfold your wisdom. Okay? Doesn't matter how old you are, I still treat you the same like everyone else. Was there another question?
Thank you, Master. No, that was it for now.
Okay, yes, YouTube question, last one.
Emitofuo, Master. We have a question from Jane Clymer. She says, in the Great Compassion Repentance, it says, if any living being who recites and upholds the spiritual mantra of great compassion should fall into the three evil paths, I vow not to attain the proper enlightenment. What does this vow mean? Average people would rather Guanyin Bodhisattva attains the proper enlightenment sooner so she can save living beings more effectively. I ask Master to explain this, please.
That's what it says. If Guanyin says that you maintain the great compassion mantra, then you will not fall into the three evil paths. Are you maintaining it? If you really believe Guanyin Bodhisattva, you don't need my explanation. You simply maintain it, and you won't fall. You only fall because you fail to maintain it. Okay? Good luck to you. I stop here today. Thank you very much.